Hi VC, it's Aaron, Mutha Ellenberg. Today I'm going to show you my most recent vinyl finds, a few records that some friends of mine have picked up for me. That's Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame, picked up a couple for me. And then I just got in my RSD records, which is only a couple, but they're really cool, from JC from the Flip Side. So thank you JC, thank you Brandon, and let's get into this. And the RSD records, I had him pick up for me because I don't have a record store that does record store day where I live. And so Josh is always nice enough to pick up what I want. I send him the money, and Brandon will do that for me too. So these records I got from Josh and Brandon, I actually sent them the money for, and they picked them up for me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And let's see here. Okay, here we go. So the first one I got is by a band that I only had a burnt CD of them back a long time ago, and I always loved them. This is called Say Something Nasty by Nashville Pussy. Great band, and they're just so good. I have a burnt CD, like I said, that I had since for 20-25 years. Listen to it to death. I love it, so I can't wait to spin this. Let's take a look at it and see what it looks like inside, see what the vinyl looks like. And very excited to hear this because they're just so killer, just raw rock and roll. I still call it heavy metal. Most people now would call it hard rock, but it's right there, kind of bikerish metal or rock, whatever you call it, but really cool stuff. They're just an awesome band, and I don't have anything with them on vinyl until now. So let's see, okay, there's a download card, which I'd never use, and then no polyline sleeve, but I will switch it, and here's the vinyl. Very cool. Cool green, love that. Got a little bit of white splatter in it, if you can see that. Awesome. So thank you so much, Josh, for picking that up. And then here's my other one. I got the Motley Crue, You're All I Need, Looks That Kill, Home Sweet Home, and Wild Side 10-inch, which I don't have a whole bunch of 10-inch, so I like to get them whenever I can. And this has 4 great songs. You know, the song You're All I Need is probably my favorite ballad they ever did. Wild Side, one of my favorite songs. Looks That Kills, the song that really got me really into Motley Crue. I mean, I always liked them, but that song really, I was a young kid, and it just, that was it. When I saw that video, I was hooked. And then, of course, the Too Fast for Love became my favorite album of them very quickly. But I love Shout at the Devil, too. Those are both awesome. And here it is. Here's the vinyl. And I don't have any polyline 10-inch sleeves, so I'll have to... There's the vinyl, very cool. Motley Crue. Can't wait to spin that. I'll spin it tomorrow for sure on both of these. That's killer. So thank you, Josh, for picking those up. And, of course, there's another one he picked up for me, which wasn't those are my record store day titles. I only got 2. My other one he picked up was the issue of Euthanasia from Megadeth. Now, I have the entire Megadeth catalog, but this one I only had on picture disc, so I've been looking for it on just regular vinyl. It's a unofficial release, but man, I just can't. I love this album. To Le Monde is on here, Train of Consequences, Reckoning Day. That's just off the top of my head. I haven't heard this in a while, actually. I love this album, though. Family Tree, I love that. Elysian Fields, that's one of my very favorites. Killing Road, wow, Black Curtains, I thought I knew it all. Awesome. Let's see what it looks like here. And here's the inner sleeve. Awesome. And on purple vinyl, very cool, Euthanasia. So now I have every studio Megadeth on vinyl. I did have this kind of as a picture disc, so when I said I completed it back when Brandon sent me 13, it was true, but this really completes it now, so I got Euthanasia. So thank you, Josh. And then he sent me one more, which he found for me, which is really cool. I only have, this is a better copy, Alive 2, Kiss Alive 2, one of my very favorites. The studio side of that is one of my very favorite Kiss albums. It's just, Rocket Ride, All American Man, Larger Than Life, 3 of my very favorite Kiss songs. And this one here, he put them in the back sleeve here, but it also came with most of, one tattoo missing and the order form, which I didn't have. So thank you so much, Josh. I'm going to spin this tomorrow too. I love this album so much, especially the studio side. The live album's great. The 3 live sides, but the studio side is one of my all-time favorites, like I said. So thank you so much, Josh. Now, these are the two that Brandon sent me. He was able to pick them up at a local store, so thank you, Brandon. This is Rad Wings of Destiny by Ugly Kid Joe, and this is a great album. Their previous album's one of my all-time favorites. This one is right up there with it. Very cool. I've already listened to it. It's a great album. There's the inner, and Ugly Kid Joe just gets better as they go. And then it comes with this poster. Let's see if I can get this pretty big poster. And there's the one side. And then we've got the back. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not really watching because I can't see it. But yeah, that's really cool. Love Ugly Kid Joe. And then the vinyl. It's got an inner with all the lyrics. Very cool. And the vinyl is almost exactly like their last record. Same color of green. So they match. That's very cool. And this is a killer record. I've listened to it 3 times already. Awesome, awesome album. I recommend anyone get this record if they like hard rock, heavy metal. It's just really killer. The song Dead Friends Play. Wow, that song just blew me away from the first time I heard it. But awesome record all the way through. Thank you, Brandon. And then Brandon also picked up Warrant Dog Eat Dog for me. The 3rd Warrant album. Probably, I think I like their debut the best, followed by Cherry Pie and Ennis. But this is an excellent record. Really heavy at parts. Machine Gun is killer. Hole in my wall. It starts out really killer. What a great album. Thank you so much, Brandon. And this is a music on vinyl release, which they always do a great job. And here's the actual, took it out of the sleeve. And it's got a polyline sleeve. And here's what the vinyl looks like. Kind of a weird color to go with it. I guess it kind of matches. And an insert, which has pictures there. All right, everyone, that's the killer stuff that Josh and Brandon sent me. So, they're 2 of the best guys in the VC. Love them to death, both of them. 2 of my best friends. And there we go. Now, this is some other stuff I've been picking up. Now, this one here is a band that's been out for a while, but I never even knew of them. So they've been out since the early 2000s, but I've been watching the lead singer, guitarist, has a YouTube channel, which I'm addicted to, called Justin Hawkins Rides Again. I recommend everyone watch that. He's awesome. And so I went and bought a Darkness record, their most recent, and this album kicked my ass. I love it. Man, it's just really good, raw, hard rocking, awesome album. Here's the vinyl, what it looks like, just custom. And here's the inner. And Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Check that YouTube channel out. He's got probably my favorite channel on YouTube. It's just amazing. He breaks down songs and sits there and figures out how they are on guitar. He's awesome. So next up, this was inspired by my good friend Mike from Mike's Got the Spins. And his favorite band is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So I waited for this album because I knew this was like their thrash album. It's awesome. It is so good. It's called Infest the Rat's Nest. And it reminds me of Voivod. It's just so good. And I was totally blown away. So now I got this to try out King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And I love them so much. I went and bought some more. But let's take a look at this first. And this has got I won't pull it out. It's a big poster of the cover, which is really cool. And then it's got the inner with all the lyrics, and I can't tell you how much I love this record. I was kind of on the fence on that band until I heard this, and here's the vinyl. And if any hard rock metal guy would love this record. Now, the thing about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is all the records are a different genre, so they're all over the place. And then I also bought this one. This is the Teenage Lizard, which is a really garage sounding album. It sounds like garage rock, very cool. By the title, I'm assuming they were teenagers when they did this. Here's what the vinyl looks like. And those are the only 2 I've actually listened to so far. But I also picked up, this I've never even opened, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Something Infinity. So here's this one. And I can't wait to spin that. I also picked up the Fishing for Fishes by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And I'm assuming all these records sound completely different than the other. And also I picked up Gumboot Soup. So I'm going to dig into these. I'm not going to open them until I get ready to listen to them, but really cool stuff. And thank you, Mike, for promoting that band so much. It made me buy them. So up next, I found this live at my father's place, 1978 Peter Tosh record. I love Peter Tosh, my favorite reggae artist. This has some great stuff on it. There's the track list. So it's a live Peter Tosh record. I also picked up a little bit of blues with some Mississippi John Hurt 1928 sessions. This is an awesome blues record. Love old blues like that. And one more blues one. I got the Mississippi Blues Transition 1926 to 1937. I'm loving all these old blues records. They're putting them out. They're really cool. And this one here was inspired by my great friend Jeff Witcher. And Jeff Witcher raves about this. I know JC and Chris and I think Brandon all love it. I finally got Radiohead, OK Computer. And I actually listened to it. Really liked it. I've never been a Radiohead fan. This one might turn me into one because I love this. And especially the song Paranoid Android. Wow, that blew me away. Jeff Witcher always talks about how great of a song it is, and he's right. And now I'm a Radiohead fan. Oh boy. I got to get more records. Thanks, Jeff and Chris and Josh and Brandon and all you guys that get me into this. So up next, I just never owned this record, so I found a copy of You're Gonna Get It, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, their second album. Awesome stuff. And I found this bootleg here, and this is KCRW Studio, Santa Monica, California, promo special, the 6.5 album by the Black Keys, and it's from the album Brothers. It's a like a live concert. Really cool stuff. I love the Black Keys. And then I also found an unofficial release of Anima, I think that's how you say it, by Tool. So I finally have this Tool record, and Josh raves on that one. And to finish out, I got two more. I finally finished my early Slayer collection and got Hell Awaits. This is the one I've been missing. I love the song Hell Awaits, but I don't know this album as well as the others, so I'm going to dig into this. Finally have the second Slayer studio album, and I've been waiting and waiting to find that. I'm finishing out with this amazing unofficial record I found. This is the Beatles Unplugged. So it's the first Unplugged record, but it's not really. It's a compilation of different stuff, but it's got some great stuff on here. I mean, look at this tracks. I'll kind of go through it slowly. Yesterday, We Can Work It Out, A Day in the Life, and on and on. And it sounds amazing. Great packaging. It's got this, here's the inner, but it doesn't come in the inner. They put it in a polyline, which I love it when they do that. And then it has the inner, and then here's what the record is. And it sounds really good. I was shocked at how good this sounded. There's the record. So some Beatles Unplugged. And it's just a compilation of them doing unplugged type stuff that's kind of demo-ish. Really cool sounding. All right, everyone. I'll be back next time, and take it easy. I will see you next time.